Hey guys, payment.
Loosh.
J.COLE, applying pressure. Let's get to it.
Yeah, nigga. The off season. The off season, nigga. We off for niggas. Fuck the fuck. Off for niggas. Yeah. Open up a little more. Applying pressure. Started my grind with crime festers. And now it's showing like they in they second trimesters. That's why when niggas throw a shot or two online, I pay no mind to they benign gestures. Nigga, please, I got my mind on much bigger things, to say the least. My latest speeches sound like they was released by David East. Verses hit hard, never pitched hard or played the streets. These niggas whips hard, behind closed doors, can't pay the lease.
Yeah, holy shit, bro. This is pack.
What is this rhyme scheme?
Yeah.
That's so much.
Applying pressure, crime festers, second trimester, benign gestures.
Benign gestures.
Benign gestures. Like, started my grind where crime festers. Like, I started working on beats where in like really shitty neighborhoods.
In the hood. Bro, check this out. Way back in the first, like in the intro,
yeah,
it's the off season. Like obviously the name of the album, but it's like the off season would be like if you look at life as a basketball game, it'd be like when you're not playing. Yeah, when it's just that's the off season. But then he goes, we often niggas, which means like it's the season where I'm on offing people.
Oh, so the fucking, are you saying the album is a fucking bar?
The album is a bar. It's offing season.
It's the season to fucking kill people.
Yeah,
right
bro,
now.
That's kind of hard.
Off season. That's that's
all I wanted to say about that.
So started my grind. Oh, also, he's not just doing like the pressure, fester, mester, gesture. He's also doing like internal rhymes with the I, so like applying pressure. Started my grind where crime festers.
Oh, you're right.
Nine's showing in their second
trimester.
What does that mean? Trimester is like a baby.
Yeah, but nines is like a gun.
A 9mm pistol tucked in the front of a person's pants creates a similar bulge to this baby bump. That's crazy. So like nines showing like they're in their second trimesters. Like
there's no way a gun looks like a baby.
But like the bump though, it's like they're but it's showing like a second trimester.
Yeah.
Like where it's showing the baby. That so he's like he's brandishing weapons.
Oh, that's why when niggas throw a shot or two online, I pay no mind to their benign gestures.
Also, like
they're trying to get my attention, but
benign is like it's not
pointless.
Yeah, like it's not damaging at all. Like a benign tumor is like, oh, you don't need to worry about that. I pay no mind to their benign gestures. That's a fucking firebar. Very Royce stance on it. Just the word play of it all, like the rhyming scheme.
Bro. The rhyming is the biggest part. Like
benign gestures. The I and then the Esther, like
benign gestures.
I pay no mind to they benign gestures. Nigga, please, I got my mind on much bigger things, to say the least. My latest speeches sound like they was released by David East. Verses hit hard, never pitched hard or played the streets. These niggas whips hard, behind closed doors, can't pay the lease. Ain't nothing wrong with living check to check, cause most have to. Instead of capping, why don't you talk about being a broke rapper? That's a perspective I respect, because it's real what it's like to be nice as fuck, but gotta stress to pay the bills. That was me in 08, seeing no cake, not even on dates. I celebrated my birth, just did the mental math and calculated my worth. Shit crazy, didn't know I got more M's than the reals.
Oh my god, that almost went over my head, bro. That almost did it.
So he says, me in 08, I seeing no cake, like I'm seeing no money, but also hang on to the word cake.
Not even dates, I celebrated my birthday. Like even on my birthday, I didn't have any like literal cake.
Could I also be like not even on dates? I celebrated.
That's a triple.
Like, dates as in like when you go out like
with girls.
Yeah,
where you're trying to see their butt.
Yeah,
cake, butt.
Oh, cake. I'm seeing no cake even on dates. I don't see no cake.
I celebrated my birth.
I celebrated my birth. Oh my god. All right, let's go back though.
All right, yeah.
Going back to the whole like when they come at me online, like I don't even pay no attention to their like benign gestures, which means ultimately when you get hate from people that like don't really matter in your life, it doesn't really matter. So focus on the shit that does.
You're still succeeding.
Exactly.
Obviously, what you're doing is working. So.
Exactly. And some people like you. Exactly. So just focus on the ones that do.
And he says it here, nigga. Please, I got my mind on bigger things, to say the least.
To say the least.
To say the least. My latest speeches sound like they were released by David East.
David East?
Say the least, David East.
Yeah.
What is he talking about there, though?
David East is a New York-based rapper known for his gritty street narratives and his hardcore East Coast style.
Nice. Little shout out there, then.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's just shouting him out.
Oh, he literally says, "What up, East?"
What a,
Versus hit hard, never pitched harder, or played the streets. I'm wondering if this is a baseball reference.
Yeah, pitched.
Versus hit hard, never pitched, and played like the streets, like running around bases trying to get home.
Oh, never played the streets. Like I never, that could also be like, I never took this shit like for fun. Like I was always like, no, this isn't a game. Like these streets aren't a game.
True, but also playing the streets could be like drugs, like.
Yeah. Did he do a drug?
I don't know. Think so. Maybe that's exactly what he's saying. Like I never dealt drugs.
He was like, yo, I want to get out of this life. Like I don't want to be here.
I think we kind of got that.
Yeah. Genius definitely didn't.
Yeah. Plus the baseball reference.
They whip hard behind closed doors. Can't pay the lead. Wow.
Whoa.
Like they flaunt
their nice ass car, but they're also struggling to pay it.
Behind closed doors. They're not that tough behind closed doors.
No.
Like he's sort of like listen, here's the rap game. Let me show you guys what it's really like.
Yeah.
He's telling the truth. Like, and I like that about J.COLE a lot.
In music videos, those aren't their Lamborghinis. They just rented them.
Yeah, exactly. They whip hard, but behind closed doors, they can't pay the lease, bro. That's fucking fire.
But the thing is, ain't nothing wrong with living check to check, because most have to.
I understand
that. Instead of capping, why don't you talk about being a broke rapper?
I don't understand that.
That's a perspective I respect because it's real, and that is this is so transparent.
Yeah. Oh man, that's the perfect word to put. And it's almost like because I think especially, I mean, we're a fan of hip hop. I don't think I'm like insulting rap or anything when I say this, but a lot of rap, there's always been the demographic of people that just talk about like all the money they have and look how cool I am, and there's a lot of like ego driving it. I like people like Royce. I like people like J.COLE, where they kind of like, there's no that ego's kind of gone, because it's like I want to kind of hear stuff that's authentic that you can connect with, you know. There's
a time and place for the people who are like, oh, I have like this, I got big like mad money and like that kind of stuff is like great for the club and all that shit, but like when you're not looking for it though, it's like it's nice to hear this kind of stuff. Like how'd you get there though? Like I want to know that it's actually like achievable. For someone like me. Also, perspective I respect because it's real. Like the little internal rhyme there. Like the fact that he's able to have internal rhymes but say something. I like that. I really like. I think internal rhymes are like really underplayed in hip hop these days. For sure. Ain't nothing wrong with living check to check because most have to, and that's the rhyme. Then he says, instead of capping, why don't you talk about being a broke rapper? And then he says, that's a perspective I respect because it's real. What it's like to be nice as fuck but gotta stress to pay the bills. But also nice meaning like nice on the flows and shit. Like you rap nice. This flow changes though. Do you hear like
rapper? That's a perspective I respect because it's real. What it's like to be nice as fuck but gotta stress to pay the bills. That was me in 08, seeing no cake, not even on dates. I celebrated my birth, just did the mental math and calculated my worth. Shit crazy, didn't know I got more M's than a real Slim Shady video. Big boss, less Rick Ross, more like a wavy hitty-yo. Kojima, they tote steamers round the way we tippy-toe. Round crack vials and cold-blooded killers, no reptiles, just projectiles. For niggas salty, you rockin' the fresher textiles. I seen best pals grow up and switch, sometimes over a couple dollars, more often over a bitch. I can cap and say that I never scratched my jelly.
Oh no,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. But damn, there's so much here. Like this, this little. He was juggling two rhyme schemes. I don't even know how to explain this because there was 3 rhyme schemes going, and one was consistent between between 2 different lines. Like, check this out. The os, idio. Yeah. And then what the hell is this? Kojima. Ema, and then idio again. That's what, just real quick, that's what blows my mind is he's first of all, shout out to Eminem because he's shouting out like I'm the real Slim Shady, like he even like shouts that out. But I got more M's than the real Slim Shady video. That's 5 syllables. Rick Ross, more like a wavy hideo. That's 5 syllables. Around the way we tippy toe. Like what the fuck, bro? But on top of that, there's the internal rhymes like Big Boss, less Ross, less Rick Ross, and then there's Kojima, they tote Steema. Like that was sick. Right on, yeah. I'm picturing like a busboy in like a restaurant, like carrying all these plates. But holding it, making it, like work, making it, still getting it to the table. Just projectiles for these niggas salty. You rocking the fresher textiles.
Yup.
Projectiles and textiles.
Crack vials, no reptiles, best pals. But then also, before we actually talk about what the lyrics are saying, the rhyming scheme. First he goes like, applying pressure, started my grind word, crime festers, like that whole rhyming scheme. They're benign gestures. Then he goes into like, got my mind on bigger things, to say the least. Then he goes into that rhyming scheme. But it fits because I got my mind on much bigger things. It connects to the previous one where I don't pay no mind to their benign gestures. So it's kind of like a fluid flow switch.
Yeah.
So then it goes into the E, and it's like, it ends with it played the streets, they whip hard, but behind closed doors, they can't pay the lease. Then it goes into the new rhyming style, but again, he's continuing you can't pay the lease, but it's okay to not live check to check, because most have to.
Yes.
And then he does the broke rapper, and then he goes into that's a perspective. Holy shit, every flow switch relates to the previous flow switch, bro.
It's just transition after transition.
Broke rap for that's a perspective because it's real. Then he goes, that's why it's be nice as fuck, but can't pay the bills. That was me in 08. Again, talking about the previous line, seeing no cake, even no dates.
Yo.
Like, what the fuck, bro?
That is technique that just is not a thing these days. It's just not a thing, and it's so underrated, man. Like,
the level of construction that goes into that's fire.
That's nuts. That's fucking crazy.
Then he goes into the cake. Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say the beat though. Like, it's very West Coast and old school, which is what I love about it. Is because like it's all the old school rappers who are like making shit like this work, like the interior rhymes, like the flows, the lyrics and shit. Like, new schoolers won't do that shit. Like, they just don't.
There's a lot of, obviously there's Eminem's influence on this, but I would say also like Biggie did that smooth transitions really well, so there's a lot of that. I calculated my worth and realized that I got more M's than the Slim Shady video. Like, if you haven't seen it, the I'm Slim Shady, I'm the real Shady, like that whole thing. In the music video, there's like copies of Eminem, because he talks about like, there's a million of us just like me, talking about like his clones. So he's saying I have more M's, like M's as in $1 million, than the real Slim Shady video as in EM, like Eminem is like, I got more M&Ms than the real Slim Shady video. That's fucking fire. And then he goes into the rhyming scheme.
Man, yo, like that's so crazy. Also, like, that real Slim Shady video, how many millions of views does it have too?
Wow.
Like, that's another level on it.
That's kind of a double then.
Yeah, on its own.
More M's as in like literal M&Ms, but then M's like millions of views.
Exactly, yeah.
Big Ross, less Rick Ross, more like a wavy Hideo.
I don't know what that means. Let's see. Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear. Oh, Kojima, like the studio that makes Metal Gear Solid.
Here, Cole is calling himself a big boss after realizing just how much money he's stacking in the previous line. However, he's not so much like rapper Rick Ross when he called himself the biggest boss that you'll ever seen thus far on The Boss. Instead, Cole compares himself to Big Boss, aka Naked Snake from the video game franchise Metal Gear, a series created by Hideo Kojima.
Oh, Hideo
Kojima.
Yeah, wavy Hideo.
Wavy tippy toe.
Is that like tote steamers?
See, I only played like a little bit of Metal Gear, but a lot of it, like a lot of it is like sneaking around, and like kind of being,
tippy toe. Yeah, tippy toe. That's fire. That's fire. And then boss battle, because there's boss battles in the game, and that's pretty dope. Just the way that's my favorite flow so far, but that's saying something because all the other flows are fucking magnificent.
Yeah. Round crack vials and cold-blooded killers, no reptiles. Oh, what's with
all the killers today?
Like, killer.
No reptiles. Like
cold-blooded, as in reptiles.
Yeah. Just projectiles from people who are salty. Like they just don't. They're just mad.
Like a literal crack vial would be a projectile, and it's the cold-blooded killer. Like, crack is killing people.
Yeah. Okay. I see it. I see that connection.
You rocking the fresh textile, like a rock
of like crack. Salty, also salty. Like salt is like a rock as well. Textile is a flexible material made by creating and interlocking networks of yarn or thread. You rocking the fresher textiles, like you're
clothing.
The better clothing. Gotcha. Crack vials, reptiles, projectiles, textiles.
I've seen best pals grow up and switch. I hate to see it.
Well,
we haven't got there yet?
Well, we cut it halfway, so we'll listen to the whole flow.
1,000 pardons.
Big boss, let's Rick Ross, more like a wavy Hideo. Kojima, they tote steamers, round the way we tippy toe. Round crack vials and cold-blooded killers, no reptiles, just projectiles. For niggas salty, you rockin' the fresher textiles. I seen best pals grow up and switch, sometimes over a couple dollars, more often over a bitch. I could cap and say that I never scratched my jealousy's itch, but thank God I rock of that, cause if not, I'd never be rich. Envy keep your pockets empty, so just focus on you. If you broken, clowning a millionaire, the joke is on you. Money ain't everything, I never say that, but niggas throw stones knowing they sell their soul to get wherever they at. Just know these verses is some shit they gon' forever play back, nigga.
I seen best pals grow up and switch. Like, as in your friends from childhood, they grow up and then like change, yeah. Sometimes over a couple dollars, sometimes more often over a bitch.
Yep.
These people that change, they change either because like just over some money or over like a girl.
Over a girl.
I hate to see it. He says it twice. Say it again.
Actually, I want to quickly touch on the beat. I noticed that the 808's not doing a lot. It's kind of like only
more lax.
It's more relaxed, yeah. It's like, it's almost like its own pattern, like for the, like usually you'd layer the 808 on top of the kick drum to give it more emphasis, but it's doing its own thing. It's I kind of like that. It's like a looser, it's like ba 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 ba.
Okay. So it's not super overpowering.
Yeah,
okay.
but then the kick drum is doing like a
it's doing its own thing.
Yeah, it's doing a more like boom bap. That's the thing. More boom bappy.
Okay. So there's definitely influence of that, you can tell.
Yeah,
in
for sure.
The song, for sure. I can cap and say that I never scratched my jealousy's itch. So he's like like you said, he's being very transparent. He's saying like, I could lie to you and say that I never have indulged in my fair share of like jealousy and shit like that, like over a girl, over a couple dollars. But
the way he says that, though,
yeah,
like,
man,
I've never scratched my jealousy's itch. Like, that's poetic as fuck.
Here's the thing. Okay, I actually wanted to talk to you about this. So you and I can sit down and be like, okay, like we want to, like, we have a good like line that goes with bitch, but then what rhymes with bitch? Oh, and we would come up with switch, itch, rich. Then we would have to string these things together, much like a textile. We would have to string this shit together, but like you would have to be like, okay, it's almost like let's say you're writing a movie and you have like a set piece. Okay, like the new Avengers movie has to end with a big battle. You're kind of like reverse engineering and being like, okay, how do we get to that point?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I have the word itch. How do I get to the word itch? The fact that he's like, I can cap and say I never scratched my jealousy's itch, that's fucking poetry. That's genius. Is there a single line here that doesn't say something? Like, I've seen best pals grow up and switch. Sometimes over a couple dollars, more often over a bitch. I can cap and say that I never scratched my jealousy's itch, but thank God I conquered that, because if not, I'd never be rich.
See, that's the thing, man. J.COLE is a poet.
He can take any word
and then just like
and knit it together like that. That's fucking fire.
Scratch my jealousy's itch. That's wow.
That's fire. But thank God I conquered that.
If not, I'd never be rich.
That's what led to my success, is the fact that I put ego aside and I didn't do that. Those people they're actually not able to pay the rent. They're actually not making money. It's like, maybe if you didn't do that, you would be making money.
But then because like if you're constantly jealous and like trying to achieve like what other people have, like stop worrying about that. Like go after what you want, and then you'll actually like be happy and like successful.
The way he did that, but with elementary school rhyme, like it's a one syllable rhyme, but
you're
just
right. Itch and bitch.
Okay, that's the thing. Like going back to, I know in older videos we've said like one syllable rhymes are less. There's less depth to the writing, but then when you that's just one element of it. Then when you look at all of the other elements, the subject matter, like when you look at the syllables that he's applying, like how did he even fit that? Like I can cap and say I never scratched. Oh, that's like a little internal rhyme.
Yo, but like you are onto something, because like if we're trying to catch like all the rhyme schemes and stuff, sometimes you'll miss an element because you're focusing too much on another element. And like if the rhymes are going crazy, then you're not gonna catch the scheme that might be going on, or like whatever the fuck. But like here it's like, all right, bitch, itch. That's the only like rhyme, whatever, like basically. So let's focus on something else. Like what is he actually saying? And then you find that, and it's like, here's a little nugget of gold.
That's why it's like it's so important if you're gonna, like, the goats. That's what makes them goats in my mind, is like they know when to switch to a one syllable rhyme to focus on the subject matter.
Exactly.
If it's kind of simplistic what they're talking about, then they'll go into more of an intricate rhyming scheme. Like that's really like what makes them a goat, is they're able to know what tool to use for the right job. That's fucking fire.
That's actually true, because any one of the goats has all this shit. Flows, voice, like
all of it,
like rhymes, schemes, like all that
presentation,
shit, right? But when and where is like actually huge, like when you think about it, because doing too much in one will outshine like maybe what you're trying to say.
100%. And do you think like maybe there's probably startup rappers that take it the wrong way and go, oh, I need to have multi-syllable rhyming, I need to have the schemes, I need to have like wordplay, like let's fit like a bunch of baseball terms into this like scheme that I have about like my childhood trauma or something. It's like that doesn't work.
You're doing too much.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Great that you have that, but you're just doing too much.
Yeah. Then he goes from the rich into envy, keep your pockets empty. Like that jealousy, it's just gonna keep you poor.
Because you're just gonna keep you're just gonna keep buying shit that you're seeing like is getting the girls and stuff.
Exactly. You're trying to, the Michael Scott effect. You're trying to present yourself a certain way. You're not really happy, but you want to make people think that you're happy.
Yeah, trying to make people jealous.
Pockets empty. Just focus on you. If you're broke and clowning a millionaire, the joke is on you, bro. I've said this before, man. Woo. And actually, man, we've talked about this off camera too, because we talk about our like financials, but like there are things that we were just never taught, but we can learn and then maybe use in our own lives. And I think the people quote unquote clown a millionaire, it's like, yeah, you're criticizing them there's a lot to criticize for millionaires, but if you're just clowning on them and not doing anything for yourself, it's like the joke is on you.
What are you trying to say? Like, okay, they're rich.
Like they made it though. Like you can also do that. Like focus on you. If you're broke and clowning on millionaires, the joke's kind of on you. Like
it's like, what do you have then?
Yeah,
like really,
you can kind of start getting your life on a better track, but you're not because you're too busy clowning on other people.
Yo, every one of these lines is a message, man.
So the joke is on you. Money ain't everything. I never say that, never. But people throw stones knowing they sell their soul to get wherever they, and I love how that line hit, because the way he says it is almost like the old time say thing where he's just kind of saying it. He's like, wherever they at, like that's how you would say it if you were just speaking.
Yeah. Money ain't everything. I never say that. Like I like that line because it's again like really transparent, and like to say like money doesn't really buy you happiness is like, tell that to someone who has no money. Like, go ahead. Like money is definitely something. Like
but it ain't everything.
No.
Which is, you got onto something there, because he didn't just say like money's nothing. Like he's kind of implying that money does have value, but it's not everything. Like, so that's actually fire that he worded it that way. These verses are some shit that they're gonna forever play back. Also, going from the rich itch, then it goes into keep your pockets empty, just focus on you. Focus on you. The joke is on you. That's dope. Oh my god. It's just the first letter that's different. So,
oh my god, yeah, you're right. It's the fo and co. It's the same words though.
Yeah, because oak is on you, oak is on you.
Yeah.
He's just saying focus on you, joke is on you. Like, that's a fucking fire rhyme right there. They're throwing stones, like they're coming at, they're attacking people, or they're judging other people because they know that they sell their soul to get wherever they at.
Whoa,
never say that. Wherever they at.
Throwing stones is like, yeah, exactly, making fun of people, even though they know that if the opportunity was like turned around, you would instantly sell your soul to like where they are. Man. Like, fuck them for having all that shit, like they're terrible or whatever. And then it's like, yeah, but like, do you want to get there? Like, I have a way you can get there, like
by not doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
The people who are judging other people or like hating on them, they usually just like, there's shit going on in their own. That's your own phone.
Look at this.
Yeah, I was like, am I blinding you, or are you blinding yourself? They don't like the fact that they had to sell their soul, and they're not happy where they are, so that they're just gonna judge other people and be like, well, you're fucking dumb too, you're trash, your shit's trash. Which I think is what a lot of people do with Eminem, like a lot of the hate he gets.
True. He's not even that good. Like, like, shut up. You just don't see why he's that good.
Hell yeah. Fuck, you know what it is, nigga. Don't even, man. Niggas try to act like they're a bitch. That's why I gotta flex sometimes. Cause niggas just try to act like you just not that motherfucking nigga. Like you just really don't do it how you do it. Like niggas will really try to act like you don't do what you do. Nigga look you dead in your face and really act like you don't do it to the level that you do it. That's why sometimes you gotta come through and just do it at the level that you do it in front of every nigga face, so they know the difference between you, the real niggas, and the motherfucking fraudulent niggas, man. Don't never get it fucked up. If a nigga can't do it like you do it, sometimes you gotta do it in front of his fucking face, so he'll know forever. Damn, that nigga did it how I always wanted to do it, and I'll never be able to do it like that. Bitches are different.
Bitches are different. I like that one. Difference. Yeah.
Wow,
to get that check.
I never realized that. That's the march to the Capitol? wherever they at.
They're the same ones telling our people that we are and we aren't because we're just not working hard enough.
We both noticed the repetition in the do it
the way you do it, because when you do it the way you do it, people act like you ain't doing it the way you do it.
It's almost like subliminal messaging, like he's telling us, like, yo, do it.
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
want to do,
exactly.
like, do it, man. Some people just act like like you're not actually doing it the way that you say you're doing it.
Low key, I can see logic doing this.
Do it
doing this last part here.
Yeah, yeah. That's why sometimes you gotta come through and just do it at the level that you do it in front of their face. So that, oh, here it is, so that they know the difference between you, the real ones, the fraudulent ones.
You, as in the real one, and
gotcha.
then them, as in the fraudulent one.
Gotcha. And if they can't do it like you do it, sometimes you gotta do it in front of their fucking face so he'll know forever.
Oh, shit.
And then, quotes, damn, they did it how I always wanted to do it, and I'll never be able to do it like that. So it's almost like these people that hate you, it's like, just do it and then show them.
Yeah, exactly. Show them that that's the way they should be doing it, but they can't because you're doing it. It's already taken.
That's fire.
This was a good song.
That was a good one.
That was a good song to do last. I like that.
Pray and hope that J. Cole doesn't retire and that there's still a chance that him and Eminem can make a song together, but I can only hope.
If you guys don't know who D-Smoke is, D-Smoke and J. Cole should do a song together. That'd be fucking sick. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you new subscribers. Thank you old subscribers. If you like this video and would like to see more, please hit that subscribe button. Here's a video if you haven't seen it already. See you on the next video. They're not always like this.
Have a good day, by the way. All of you.